Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining me for this month's Facebook Live. Today, I am going to talk about the Self-Employed Income Support Scheme, what it is, the eligibility criteria, where to find more information about it, and how to account for it on your tax returns. What is the Self-Employed Income Support Scheme? So the Self-Employed Income Support Scheme, or SEISS for short, is a grant that was created by the government at the beginning of the pandemic to help those who were self-employed but unable to operate their business in a normal capacity due to the restrictions. There have now been 3 installments for this grant, with a 4th one expected to be announced in the coming weeks. Who is this grant for? This grant is only for those who are self-employed or a member of a partnership. You cannot claim this grant if you are a sole director in a limited company. The criteria has changed slightly from the first installment that was provided, but the current eligibility criteria are as follows. You must have traded in both the 2018 and 2019 tax year and the 2019-2020 tax year. You must have submitted your 2018-2019 self-assessment tax return on or before the 24th, on or before the 23rd of April 2020. Be currently trading but are impacted by reduced demand due to the pandemic, or have been trading but cannot do so at the moment due to the pandemic. You must be intending to continue to trade. Believe that there will be a significant reduction in your trading profits, and you must keep evidence that shows this. The criteria has become much stricter with each installment of the grant. Thus far, they have not released the eligibility criteria for the 4th installment, but as soon as that is announced, I will share that on my blog and the Facebook page. How is the claim worked out? So HMRC will look primarily at your 2018-2019 self-assessment tax return. It must show that your trading profits are no more than £50,000 and are at least equal to your non-trading income. If you aren't eligible based on the 2018-2019 return, HMRC will then look at the tax years for 2016-2017, 2017-2018, and 2018-2019. They will not be taking into consideration your 2019-2020 tax return at all. If you are eligible, HMRC will look at the average trading profits over the last 3 years. They will then divide that amount by 12, multiply it by 3, or however many years they are looking at, and work out the percentage you are going to be paid. The 3rd grant was for 80%, so you would then receive 80% of your average profits up to a maximum cap they applied, which was £7,500. So how do you claim for the grant? HMRC will provide a portal for you to log on to, in which you can apply for the grant. You can no longer claim for the 3rd grant, and they haven't opened up the applications for the 4th grant yet. But when they do, I will share that information. It is important to note that your bookkeeper or accountant cannot claim for this grant on your behalf. This is something that you, as the individual, must apply for. The next grant will cover the period February 2021 to April 2021, and the details will be announced on March 3rd, 2021. So please keep an eye out on the Facebook page for those updates. How do I record this in my tax return? Well, HMRC have made it very clear that this grant is to be treated as taxable income. Therefore, it must be declared in your accounts and on your 2020-2021 tax return as taxable income. You will pay tax on the sums that you receive. It would be a good idea to record this separate to your normal sales income in your accounts, just so that you're able to see what income you received from actual trading activities and what was income from the grants. Where can I find more information? So the main source of information about the Self-Employed Income Support Scheme grant will be the HMRC website, and I will put the link in the comments to the specific page for you. I am also sharing information released by the government on my website under a special section dedicated to coronavirus, and I will put the link in the comments. As well as sharing any information that is released by the government, I am also sharing that information on the iHome Enterprises Facebook page. So just keep an eye on the page, and as announcements come out, I will share them. The next announcement about the Self-Employed Income Support Scheme is meant to happen on March 3rd, 2021, probably as part of the budget. So keep an eye on the iHome Facebook page as I'll share any information that is announced. I do apologize for the little hiccups today. The sun keeps changing its angle and hitting the camera, so I had to keep adjusting the laptop. If you would like further information on the Self-Employed Income Support Scheme, feel free to message me or put your questions in the comments and I will reply. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend, and don't forget to join me for my next Facebook Live in March 2021.